Hi there folks, welcome to the news wave of British heavy metal. Today we're looking at a guitar lesson for a song called Earth Mother by a band called Samson. Stay tuned. Yes, thank you folks. Samson. Let's have a look at the new wave of British heavy metal encyclopedia. If we turn to page 500 and God, there's a lot of pages in Samson. 501 to 510. There's a lot about Samson. Samson were a big band back in the day, one of the first new wave of British heavy metal bands. Paul Samson, great guitar player, famous for using a Gibson SG Junior P90s pickup. He had a great guitar sound. And he was always leaning back playing guitar, and he sadly passed away a few years ago. So what we'll do is we'll speak to an old heavy metal fan. Let's see what he's saying about them. Oh, Dunsy, you there? Hi there folks. Yeah, it's a bit windy out, I must say. It's a bit cold. Yeah, it looks a bit cold, that's for sure. So tell us, did you see Samson back in the day? Did I see Samson back in the day? I did. I saw Samson back in the day. I saw them in April 1982 on the Blackfoot tour. With Blackfoot, oh, that must have been a good tour. I believe there is some video footage. I think it's from the week after I saw them. Yes, they were pretty heavy, pretty fast. Really enjoyed it. I mean, they were so loud as well. I loved it. And do you still own Samson albums? Samson albums? Yes, I've got a few Samson albums, yeah. Well, I've got this one. Head On, Bruce singing. Shock Tactics, yeah, I've got Shock Tactics. That's got Earth Mother on it. Well, on the Blackfoot tour, they were touring the Before the Storm album. I love this album. It's got Nicky Moore on it. He came in to replace Bruce Dickinson, as he's now known. I absolutely love this album. It was, I think I got this for my Christmas that year. Love it, fantastic. Other stuff, yeah. Don't Get Mad, Get Even. That's a good album as well. Nicky Moore singing on this. Great singer, Nicky Moore. Really good singer. Joint Forces. Got Joint Forces as well. Good album. The last one I got was Refugee. That's a bit more commercial, this one, but there's song 2 on side 1. Can't Live Without Your Love. Brilliant. I would definitely go check that one out. Great tune. I do have a Thunderstick 12-inch single. Feel Like Rock and Roll. Right, that's a fair collection you've got there. Any chance you could do a guitar lesson for Earth Mother? Would that be okay? You want me to do a guitar lesson? Okay. I'll just get back to the studio. See you in a bit. So there's not a whole lot in the song. I'll do the intro first. And it starts with an F sharp on the 2nd fret of the bottom E string. I'll look in that camera. Then it goes over to the F sharp octave, 4th fret of the D string. Then it does this run. So that's the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret of the A string. I'll play those 2 parts. And again. At the end of that run, it goes to the 2nd fret of the D string, the E note. Back down, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. The A string. I'll play that whole thing so far. So the second last one, it's quite a quick pull off from the C to the B. Then it's an open string. Back to the 1st F sharp, 2nd fret, bottom E string. Sounds easy enough. I'll play it slowly. listening to this version that Samson did live, I'm not sure if he's hitting the open E, so the open A, or if he's playing the A on the 5th fret of the E string, like this. I mean, this is the way I played it in the cover, which is here. I don't think it matters, but it sounds to me there's more of a definite playing of a note rather than, you know, like fingering a note rather than an open A string. But it's the same thing either way, sounds just as good. Now you have to excuse me, I forgot to film the second part of the intro when I was doing this earlier, so there's no face camera this time, which is maybe a good thing. It moves from the F sharp to an A. So it's an open A string, then the A chord, then this run. So it's open D, 1st fret of the D, 2nd fret of the D, open G string, back down to the 2nd fret of the D, 1st fret of the D, open D, catch the 3rd fret of the A string for the C note. So I'll play that slowly. Back to the F sharp. We'll do it again. And that's that part. Back to the part I did earlier. And at the end of that sequence, going into the verse, it's 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret of the A string again, and finish on the 2nd fret of the D string, the E note. Now the verse itself is just a A chord basically, but the way he plays it, I rake up on the strings, like that, and then hit the bottom E string open, and then the G note, 3rd fret of the E string, pull that a bit to the A chord. That probably sounds more complicated than this, but I'll play it slowly. So it's a rake up the strings first, and then a quick open E, hammer on to the 3rd fret, the G, back to the A chord. Will that make sense? So it does it 4 times. On the 4th one it finishes the A to a B power chord, and then back to the intro part again, back to the F sharp. Finish bit. A again. And that takes us in to the chorus. Now the chorus is just a B power chord, passing A to a G chord, to a D, back to the A. Now the first time it just plays it quite simple, it just plays that twice round. And then back to the intro again. Another verse. And then the chorus this time, slightly different. It's the same power chords to begin with. B, passing A, G, and then the D, and then the A. But what he does, so he's playing that as when he's on the A chord, he pulls off from the 3rd fret of the B string to the 2nd fret, and then pull off from the 4th fret of the G string to the 2nd fret, and then a pull off from the 4th fret of the D string to the 2nd fret of the D string. So you're really playing the A chord. With that again. And on one of these, in the live version, he goes up and plays the A chord, the octave, does the same thing. Back to the B. And then back to the intro riff before the solo. After each of those runs he plays the F sharp full chord, F sharp minor full chord. So this is a bit before the solo. Now the solo is just over a verse, basically just the A. Into the chorus again. And then the end goes like this. So at the end of each of those lines, you're bending up the 4th fret of the G string and the B string. And then there's in the live version, it changes to this. So what that is, he's just playing the 4th fret of the A and D strings, part of that F sharp minor chord, over to the A chord, back to the 4th fret of the A and D string, back to the A, and then bend the 4th fret G and B strings up. I think it does that 8 times, and the live version finishes like this. Always remember that when you're playing metal. So what that is the 2nd fret, the bottom E string, to the A note on the 5th fret, down to the A flat, 4th fret, to the G on the 3rd fret, back to the F sharp. And that's the whole tune. A great tune it is. Some classic guitar riffs from the late great Mr. Paul Samson. So folks, thank you once again for tuning in, for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll be back over the weekend with some more stuff. Cheers for now.